This is my 2019 Trek Emonda disc SL6. Now this is my new bike, and I'm in love with the look of it. And I gotta confess, I've had this bike since December. But there are a few things I want to do to it first. So I'm going to walk you around it really quick, tell you a few of the things that really stand out to me, and we're going to go over this. So we got an E-tube tapered head tube. We've got 160mm Ultegra rotors. We've got a 5034 compact crank, which I'm used to, and an 1128 cassette, which I'm also used to. But I don't know if I want to upgrade this to an 1132 cassette or an 1134 cassette, because I really want to take this to some hilly parts of New England, in the mountains, and maybe on some gravels. And I really want to make sure I have the right gearing for this bike. Now the color on this bike is a matte gray, which I absolutely love. I think it looks beautiful. It looks even better in person than it does in this video, I swear. And one of the cool features is there's a sticker on there which I'll take off. So this comes from the Ultegra R8000 group set. Like I said, the ratios earlier, but I love this color. Like, I just underestimated how much I actually would like this color. It's amazing. It's just, it looks so stealthy. Like, it almost matches the color of my car. Like, that's what I really like about it. It matches Savannah, which I named my car, my Gen 3 2007 Mazda MX-5. As you can see here, you've got just everything you ever want. One of the things I'm really going back and forth about is if I want to upgrade the tires. The tires are a Bontrager R2, but the older ones. This is right before 2020, before they started putting 28mm tires stock, so these are still 25mm tires. So I was thinking, hey, maybe I'll save these for later, or I'll use them on my other bike, and I'll just put 28 Continental Grand Prix 4 season on these. I just want something that won't get flats very easily. But I might just leave these on because it's just good to use them up, you know? Like, you don't want to risk these tires never getting used, because you don't want to ever waste resources like that. So I may just leave it. I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments section. And another thing I want you guys to let me know in the comments section is I'm trying to decide if I'd just rather use the pedals I have on my other bike, which are basic. They're one of the most basic Shimano road pedals you can get. Or if I want to get the Shimano Ultegra pedals, so I have kind of the full Ultegra setup, which would be really cool. But, you know, it's a little bit of money, but at my local bike shop, I'm a mechanic, so I get a bit of a discount. So let me know what you guys think of that, please. Let me know what you guys think of that. I should get the pedals here. And I know it looks really dorky. I got the dork disc, I got reflectors and stuff. I just want to show you guys the bike as is, kind of before I do anything to it. So it's just, I come from kind of an automotive background, and I was really into bikes, and I was really into cars, and I'm still into cars, but I got really back into bikes. So I've dealt with a lot of car YouTubers and everything. What they do is they show the new car before they do anything to it, and then they're like, alright, I might do a wrap, I might do an exhaust, I might do anything. So I just want to show you guys how it is stock before I upgrade anything. And yeah, this thing will be really great. This thing weighs 8.05 kilos, which is a touch over 18 pounds, which may seem heavy. A lot of people complain about disc. I think the Ultegra rotors look the best. I don't know how disc brakes is going to work for me because I've never had them. I mean, I've kind of shit on them a few times. But, you know, it's just fair to try them out. I have another rim brake bike, like you guys know, so I should test this out and see how I like disc brakes, and if they don't go good, whatever the next bike I buy will be rim brake. But yeah, I mean, the disc brakes for this, I guess the advantage is I might want to hit some gravels. In Vermont there are a lot of gravels, so it might be really good for that. And also you can put really wide tires on. I was trying to decide whether I want a 28 or a 32, but I noticed how much more comfortable a 25 from a 23 was on my other bike, so I may be fine with 28, because this seat mast design, which has a 20mm offset is really going to help with the compliance. And it's a carbon fiber frame. They're alloy handlebars, which I really wanted. I didn't really want to spend a ton of money on, I'm not going to spend a ton of money on upgrading the handlebars to something carbon, just because I think that they're really, like, what happens if the bike falls over and your handlebars are screwed and you're like 60 miles from your house? Like, what are you going to do then? Like, I have no idea. But this bike, I talked about the Emonda a lot, but this bike is so much simpler than the Emonda, and just the line, the angles of this bike. I think this is the best looking bike, the most beautiful looking bike I've ever seen in my entire life. It's just so beautiful the way, one of my favorite design cues is from here up to here, just this little section. It's just so beautiful. I love it. And the fork, and just the way everything, the angles, the line of it, it looks so sleek, and it's weird. The more you look at it, the smaller it looks in real life. Like, this is a 56 centimeter frame, and I was riding a 54, but you know, I got that other bike when I was 13, so I was a little bit shorter. But yeah, being 19, I'm a bit taller. I think that the angle looking from the back is especially muscular. The way it's very wide, because you get a 12 by 142mm through axle at the back, and you can see how the down tube is really, like, way wider than the top tube. So I just love that angle looking at it. It's just gorgeous. Like, this bike is just gorgeous. And to be honest with you, this group set is beautiful. I think it looks way better than the SRAM Force ETAP or the Ultegra Di2. A lot of people think I'm prejudiced against SRAM, but I think this just looks so much better. The way that the shift levers look in the mechanical Ultegra, or even the mechanical 105 or Dura-Ace, like, it's beautiful. Especially the hydraulic levers. I think that this bike can really handle a lot of the roads that are going to be thrown at it in the north, like with me on it, because those roads are driven over by a lot of really huge trucks. They're state routes, they're really rough, and it's just, I feel like the compliance is going to be so great, especially with my stuff on it. And it's going to be, like, it has a weight limit, supposedly 275 pounds. I don't weigh that. So I weigh anywhere between 135 and 140. And it really depends if I'm doing more catabolic or anabolic exercises at the time. And I'm just trying to fit into the frame here. But yeah, this bike is good. I'm not really a full-on anything. I'm not a full-on bodybuilder. I'm not a full-on climber. But I'd say if there's one thing I excel at on the bike, it's climbing. And I really like it. So yeah, I mean, I got all dressed up in my nice Vans for this video. My nice jeans. It's really nice out. It's like my favorite weather. It's like mid-60s and cloudy, and it's beautiful. But this bike is, I'm just so happy with this bike. It's beautiful. I love looking at it. Like, I love looking at this bike. And I've ridden a 2020 Emonda SL6, but I've never ridden this one, and I'm just so excited to. And I keep thinking if I should replace these tires or not, but honestly I might just use them as is, because the frame will add even more compliance, and the 25 is like for a world away. So I might just put 28s on for the next tire. One thing I do want to talk about, not to be negative, but probably the part of this bike that I'm least excited about, which is for the bottom bracket, I have a BB90, which I just learned how to service a BB90, and it's kind of a headache. I can do a whole video about it if you guys would like. But yeah, for a BB90 bottom bracket, you have to take the whole thing out, and there's like a carbon repair ring, and the reason a lot of people use a press fit system instead of a threaded system is because of the ease of assembly. But when you service it, it can be a little bit of a pain in the neck. So yeah, it's not super exciting, but the things that I'm really looking at the bike is the pedals and the rear cassette. Should put on a larger one if I'm going to be carrying gear. Keep in mind, the bike I have has carried gear, but I don't know if I'd want to spin it out more with the larger cassette, because I do have a pretty good power to weight ratio. And the tires are probably just going to stay the way they are, but the pedals, I could get the Ultegra road pedals, but the reason I might not want to do that is I don't know if, I mean, I think I want to stay with road shoes, but the one advantage of, you know, not doing road shoes is you can walk around and stuff if you're on gravel and stuff. So, I don't know. The Ultegra pedals might be cool, honestly. But this bike, I'm just so happy with it. No matter what pedals or tires or cassettes on it, the frame is amazing. I love the frame. It's beautiful. I'm so happy with it. And I feel so grateful to be able to ride a bike like this. It's amazing. Here, I'm gonna crouch down again so I fit in the frame better. And this bike's not even the SLR. This is the SL. And I think it looks just as good as the SLR. Sure, it's a pound heavier, but it's going to be a little bit stronger. The fork is heavy enough for a disc fork where it's going to be safe. It's going to be perfectly safe, which is really good. You don't want a disc fork to be too light because it's dangerous. It's not worth like making stuff light if it's going to compromise, you know, the rider's safety. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people make fun of me because I usually don't have the bikes I talk about on hand just because people don't really give me those types of opportunities. But this is my bike, and I'll do any sort of video with it that you guys want to see. So if you guys leave it in the comments below, before I go, what I should say is something I guarantee I'm going to be doing to it is I'm going to be wrapping it with frame tape. It's helicopter tape. It's the type of thing used a lot because I want to keep the paint from scratching. It's carbon layup, so it's very thin. If I take it on gravel, I don't want things to get scratched. And yeah, it's going to be great. So it's like a clear wrap, so it's going to be protected, and all the peace of mind that the bike is protected if I put bags on it or whatever. So I'll be really excited about that. Here, let me see if I can get in the frame and not look like a complete lunatic. Okay, cool. I'm in the frame, looking all edgy with my new Trek Emonda. But yeah, I'm super happy with this bike. I took a lot of the stickers off already. There's one on the crank there that I missed because in my room I usually just kind of lay it up on the other side of the wall. But yeah, just thank you guys so much for being here to see this bike. I love it. I love the group set. This bike was great. It's a great deal. It was a great deal. I love the color. It's amazing. I'll go even more in depth over this bike once I do a few things to it to get it ready for me to start riding it around. So it'll be amazing. This thing will be great in the north. It'll be comfortable. It'll feel right at home, even if I'm a lot of miles away from my house. So yeah, this is my 2019 Trek Emonda SL disc, or SL6 disc. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments section down below. And thank you for being here, and stay vegan if you want to propel a bike like this really fast.